Hello everyone and welcome to Rob's Rogues as I try and get this box in all the frame here. As you can tell, this is the, hopefully you can tell, this is the 2-pack from DC Universe Classics, the Joker right here, and Harley Quinn from the Mad Love 2-pack. I received my voucher from Superman, having, you know, some wobbly joints like some of us have. I was hoping to be able to show the voucher on a film, and we decided to take a trip back into a town called Lima, and we're doing some shopping, and my wife's like, oh, bring your voucher along in case you find anybody you might want. It's like, oh, I don't think I'm going to find anybody. I said, you know, I'm kind of hoping till, you know, December. That's how long I have to use that voucher. And I'm kind of hoping to maybe pick up some of the Justice League or DC Universe Unlimited figures that are supposed to come out. And I'm glad I did, because I ran back out to the car and I was able to get Harley Quinn. Well, and the Joker here, but this Harley Quinn was one of those must-have figures that I really, really wanted. And just because I started collecting some of these figures so late into the series that, you know, I kind of lost my chance to get Harley. So once this 2-pack came out, I was really wanting to track it down, and for whatever reason, it wasn't until now that I saw these in my local Toys R Us. So I don't know if they had a box in the back they didn't realize, but I'm finally able to have a Harley Quinn, and from what I understand, this is a better painted version Harley Quinn than was originally released. I guess her face was a little bit of gray here. I've got the light off, but it's really kind of bright on the box. This is, of course, the same Joker we've received before. And we'll look at the biography here. If I can get it in frame here. It says, the Clown Prince of Crime, most unpredictable foe. I skipped a whole phrase there, Rob. Look at that. The Clown Prince of Crime is Batman's deadliest and most unpredictable foe. He is rumored to be a failed stand-up comedian turned petty criminal who fell into a vat of chemical waste while escaping from the scene of a crime. That incident turned his skin white, his hair green. Batman knows the Joker is mentally unbalanced and perhaps beyond help, which makes the end result of his actions that much more deadly. Hopefully you can read that. The first appearance of the Joker is Batman #1, spring 1940. Real name unknown. Contrary to popular belief, it is not Jack Napier. That was from the brainchild of Tim Burton. So his real name is unknown. A professional criminal. Basis of operation is Gotham City. He is a homicidal maniac. Irrational compulsion to test self against Batman. Employs various weapons, often based on party gag items. The Joker Venom, a toxin that stretches the victim's face into Joker-like grins and causes death. And of course, the female of the hour, the big reason why I wanted this 2-pack, is Harley Quinn. It says, an Arkham City psychiatrist assigned to treat the Joker, Dr. Harley Quinzel, instead driven mad by the Clown Prince of Crime and helped him escape, nearly as insane as the Joker himself. Harley Quinn is a violent and unpredictable felon who will do anything to prove her love and loyalty to her puddin'. Harley Quinn is one of the very few villains or even people in the DC Universe to come out of a comics, or not even a comic series, but Batman the Animated Series. It has her first appearance as Harley Quinn #1, 1999, but her origin actually goes back a little bit farther. Of course, many of us know is from Batman the Animated Series, so that's where she actually really gets her beginning from. But far as comic universe, the first comic that was written was Harley Quinn #1. Real name, Dr. Harleen Quinzel. She is a former, I got glare from the thing, psychiatrist and professional criminal. Basis of operation, Gotham City. Her special abilities are above average intelligence, strength and stamina, hand-to-hand combat skills, gymnastic skills, and wicked sense of humor. And there are the two figures out of package. This is how they were basically posed in the package. And this was depicting, of course, the Mad Love comic that had come out, so you could see that there. And this is the iconic pose of Harley and the Joker from that comic book series. So now I can finally get her out of this pose, and be very, very careful with your female DC-UC figures, as they have very frail joints. I would be ashamed to break this figure. Trying to, and you can kind of see right here how she was in the box. All her joints and everything are backwards. This arm appears fine, but trying to figure out how it's almost like her hands are on backwards, like really on backwards. There we go. So that hand was that way. This always just makes me nervous how these, yeah, so if I would have tried to bend these, I probably would have broken her. Just very frail figure. It's nice that they try and give us some nice feminine proportions there on the figures, but you could see just the very spindly little arms on Harley. So on my shelf, it's pretty high up off the ground, so I may kind of wedge her back in with some of the other figures in case she topples over. I'd hate for her to land on her arms and break. So I'm not going to be bending all of the points of articulation. We already know all the DC-UC articulation. A very well cleaned up Harley. Some of the initial reviews that I have seen of her from the review spot, her face was kind of grayish looking, and he had pointed out that this is one of the few times that a repaint is warranted. Her red was a real dirty, dingy red, and now it's a bright, flashy red, as it should be, and just a beautiful looking figure. Again, watching the animated series, I did not know that she wasn't a real DC comic hero. And then just from the sheer popularity of the show, DC Comics was like, you know what? We're going to bring her in. And she's now in her own series, The Suicide Squad. And it's going to be interesting with the whole death of the family storyline, how Harley and the Joker are going to react together. So this is a very, very good figure. I definitely recommend picking this up if you can still find the 2-pack. Like I said, it was just dumb luck. They had 2 on the shelf, and I got lucky. And I think it's really just because Toys R Us maybe had forgotten to put that out for some reason. And so yeah, I think this is a definite must-have. Hopefully, if you're a Batman fan, you've probably already picked her up at some point, but definitely very good. The Joker looks nice. I'll put Harley back there. Joker looks nice. It's the exact same figure, just a repaint. I do have the original Joker. I didn't actually get him in the wave. I got him as an all-star figure, but all of the same gadgets and everything. So this Joker has the cane, the fish, and the Joker playing cards, just as this Joker did. So with as many different Batmen and Robins that I have, it's kind of cool to have another Joker that I can put the Joker with, maybe another Batman and a Robin. So I'm okay with it. It's a nice looking Joker. Very well painted. Like I said, to represent the Mad Love comic. And just a nice different look for the Joker, rather than just getting the traditional purple Joker, as I'm trying to get this arm down. Don't want to break it. So yeah, it's a very good figure. Go over Harley's accessories, and her accessories are exactly the same as when she first came out. Her mallet and her little pop gun that in the comics is an actual real gun that would shoot you and kill you. So, and she does hold these both very well. Again, I'm trying to be extremely careful with her. So I'm definitely going to pose her with her hammer, as I think she, should have her hammer. And who am I going to pose her with? Probably the purple Joker. And then I will have the other Joker just somewhere with my other figures. Like I said, probably posing with a Batman and Robin somewhere, if I can get her to stay. yeah, like I said, this was a voucher figure for me, and I believe it's not on the package. I bought this at Toys R Us. I don't see a price anywhere. But my voucher was for $22 even, and this was $32, $33. I paid $13.13 in cash for it. So basically, was basically buy one figure, get one free after I put the voucher in there. And I do recommend, if you ever have problems with your figures, this has been my third voucher from Mattel. If I could find the number, I'd probably knock them off. But I can't get the box all in the frame, but it's right here. It is 1-800-524-8697. And just tell them what's wrong with your figure. Now, in some cases, if it's an older figure, and Mattel does have it in stock, they will send you the replacement figure. I lucked out with Batman and Superman and my Robin figure. If you go back clear to Rob's Rogues #1, that those figures were so new at the time, they weren't able to give me a replacement figure, so that's why I got the voucher. They said, you know, we can recredit your money, you can keep the broken figure or the deformed figure. Said, or you can keep the broken figure, deformed figure, however, and we will send you a voucher, so hopefully you can go out to your local store and you can pick it up. They said, or you can pick up a different figure. That's kind of their policy, which is pretty cool. So I don't want to, you know, abuse the policy and go, oh, I got another figure, it's broken. And by doing these reviews, I filmed what's wrong with the figure. I've taken pictures of what's wrong with my figures. So I do recommend doing that. That just kind of keeps your back so nobody thinks you're trying to get away with something. If you've looked at my other videos, I point out the things that are wrong, and usually right before I shoot the video, I've always contacted Mattel, and they've done good by me. So this has been a long series of reviews, starting with you know, Wave 18, DCUC, doing all the Arkham City figures, and now winding up back here with DCUC figures again. I've bought a lot of figures in a very short time span. So Christmas is coming up. My wife is like, you need to take a little bit of a break from buying some figures. I do have 2 others on order, but I don't think they're supposed to come out until 2013. So probably in the meantime, I'm probably going to be looking at some of the Batman animated series figures that I have, as this is also the 20th anniversary of Batman the Animated Series. So, but that's enough rambling on from there. A lot of reviews in a 2-week time span here, so now I've just got a bunch of reviews to upload. So, as always, we've been taking a look, well, first we've been taking a look at Harley Quinn and the Joker from the Mad Love 2-pack from the DCUC Classics line. And as always, this is Rob for Rob's Rogues signing off, saying we will see you guys next time.